Never consume certain foods if you suffer from joint pain. Millions of people around the world live with this type of pain every day. This condition can be limiting and make even routine tasks quite difficult. In addition to reducing mobility, joint pain affects quality of life, turning simple activities like climbing stairs or picking something up from the floor into a real challenge. But what if I told you certain foods might be making it worse? That's right. What you eat can directly influence your pain. Diet plays a crucial role in both the worsening and the relief of joint pain. That's why today we'll discover which foods should be avoided to protect your joints and which ones help with relief. Let's start with the villains. Excessive sugar is a problem. Sweets, cakes, and sodas are harmful because they promote weight gain, which puts extra pressure on the knees and hips, worsening pain. Even worse, the extra weight accelerates joint degeneration. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel, turn on notifications, share this video with your friends and family, and eat healthy because your body is a temple. Furthermore, sugar hinders the absorption of essential minerals like calcium and magnesium, which are fundamental to joint health. The lack of these nutrients compromises joint strength and increases the risk of injuries. Sugar also causes blood glucose levels to rise quickly, triggering inflammatory processes. Have you considered how this affects your body without you realizing it? This cycle of high glucose and inflammation fuels pain. Reducing sugar intake is a crucial step. By cutting sugar, you decrease inflammation and help control the pain. Now let's talk about dairy. Products like milk, cheese, and yogurt contain a protein called casein, which can worsen joint inflammation. In addition, many dairy products are high in saturated fat, which also increases inflammation, especially in people with arthritis. Interesting, right? Despite their calcium content, dairy products might not be ideal for those who suffer from joint pain. The saturated fat found in dairy contributes to a continuous inflammatory state, hindering joint recovery. So, even though they provide important nutrients, these products may not be the best options. Now let's talk about caffeine. Too much coffee can do more harm than good. Caffeine has a diuretic effect, leading to fluid loss and, consequently, dehydration, something that compromises joint lubrication and increases pain. Have you noticed how too much coffee can have unexpected effects on your body? In addition to dehydration, it raises cortisol levels, the stress hormone, which is linked to inflammation and the worsening of arthritis. It makes us wonder, what else are we overdoing every day that might be harming us? Controlling caffeine intake is essential. If possible, replace it with natural teas that have anti-inflammatory properties. They provide benefits without the adverse effects of excess caffeine. Artificial sweeteners, although they seem like a healthy alternative to sugar, also deserve attention. Research shows they alter gut flora and increase inflammation. This can be terrible for those already suffering from joint pain. Have you heard that the gut is our second brain? That's right. Gut microbiota balance is directly linked to joint health. If you don't want to give up sweet coffee, try honey. It has antioxidant properties and can be more beneficial. Honey not only sweetens, but also has anti-inflammatory properties that help reduce joint pain. And remember, artificial sweeteners are hidden in many processed foods. Keep an eye on labels and consider natural options. Let's move on, corn. Though common in our diet, it contains lectins and phytic acid, substances that can cause inflammation and interfere with mineral absorption. This compromises joint health over time. Even though it seems harmless, corn can trigger inflammatory reactions in sensitive individuals. Its compounds also reduce the absorption of key nutrients like magnesium, zinc, and calcium. That's why people with joint pain should consider reducing their intake of corn and its byproducts. Now let's talk about fried and processed foods. These are champions in trans and saturated fats, substances that increase inflammation and worsen joint pain. As if that weren't enough, they're high in empty calories and low in nutrients that benefit joints. Besides inflaming, they also promote weight gain, which puts even more stress on knees and hips. Did you know this can accelerate joint wear and tear? And to make matters worse, frying usually involves refined oils like corn and soybean oil. Next on our list of joint enemies. These refined oils are high in omega-6 and disrupt the ideal omega-6 to omega-3 balance in the diet. This encourages chronic inflammation in the body. Ideally, you should consume no more than 4 times as much omega-6 as omega-3, but many diets have up to 20 times more. Have you ever thought about that? Choosing better oils like extra virgin olive oil can make a huge difference in joint health and overall well-being. Olive oil has a more balanced fatty acid profile, helping control inflammation. Now let's talk about sodium. Salty foods like fast food, processed meats, and frozen meals increase fluid retention, raise joint pressure, and cause swelling. Excess sodium also hinders calcium absorption, which is vital for bones and joints. Reducing salt intake helps with both inflammation and overall health. For this, it's important to always check processed food labels and choose lower sodium options. Next villain, refined carbohydrates. White bread, pasta, and cakes made with white flour cause glucose spikes, inflammation, and a lack of fiber and nutrients. And this, of course, affects your joints. Ever thought how your daily bread might be worsening your pain? Switching to whole grains rich in fiber can stabilize blood glucose and reduce inflammation. Whole foods strengthen overall health and support joint function. And what about alcohol? That's right. Excessive alcohol consumption dehydrates the body, harming joint lubrication. Moreover, alcohol promotes inflammation and can interfere with medications for arthritis. Ever thought about that? Alcohol also increases the side effects of medications. Reducing or eliminating alcohol intake can be essential to ensure treatment effectiveness and improve joint conditions. And of course, if you have chronic pain, it's vital to seek medical help and explore all treatment options. Now, as promised, let's talk about foods that help improve joint health. We start with omega-3, rich fish like salmon, tuna, and sardines. These fish fight inflammation and help maintain joint membrane integrity. Can you imagine how adding fish to your diet might significantly relieve joint pain? If you don't eat fish often, omega-3 supplements may be a viable alternative. Next, we have dark leafy greens like spinach, kale, and Swiss chard. They're rich in essential vitamins and minerals for strengthening bones, cartilage, and joints. Did you know vitamin K is crucial in this process? These greens reduce inflammation and support joint structure. Adding a little extra virgin olive oil to your greens further enhances their benefits. Now let's look at vitamin C-rich fruits like strawberries, kiwis, and oranges. Vitamin C is essential for collagen production, which strengthens joint tissues and reduces inflammation. Collagen is vital for maintaining joint integrity. Fresh fruits, besides being delicious, help produce this protein and fight free radicals. How about including nuts and seeds? Brazil nuts, walnuts, flax seeds, and chia are powerful sources of omega-3, antioxidants, and minerals like magnesium. These foods fight inflammation and nourish joints and muscles. Legumes like lentils and chickpeas are also rich in plant protein, fiber, zinc, and iron, all of which contribute to regeneration and joint support. How about increasing your intake of these amazing foods? Finally, we have functional teas. Green tea, for example, contains catechins that reduce inflammation and balance the immune system. Ever considered how a simple cup a day could help? Another option is ginger tea, which improves circulation and reduces pain. And turmeric tea with black pepper boosts anti-inflammatory effects. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel, turn on notifications, share this video with your friends and family, and eat healthy because your body is a temple. Turmeric has been used for centuries for its beneficial properties. Trying these teas can be a simple, natural way to care for your joints. Now, a few extra tips. Light, regular exercise like walking and swimming helps reduce pain and maintain joint mobility without overloading them. Keeping weight under control is also essential. Activities like physical therapy, massage, and acupuncture can complement joint pain treatment. Cold compresses reduce inflammation. Warm ones relieve stiffness. In any case, consult a doctor for a personalized evaluation. Your doctor may recommend medications, supplements, and specific therapies. And now I ask you, how many of the foods we've mentioned are part of your routine? Have you reflected on how they might be influencing your joint pain? Share your experience in the comments. And if you enjoyed the content, write Jesus, Doctor of Doctors below. See you next time.